Namaste, welcome to this special program, which is this week with Padma Shri recipient Dr. Sudhir Parikh. So let me welcome you, Dr. Namaste.
Namaskar everyone.
So I want in your presence to thank our viewers who are not only appreciating this conversation with you, and some of them also pointed out that your analysis about the decision of Sharad Pawar to resign was on the dot. So talk to me about your understanding of politics. Was it a general statement or it was based on your understanding of the way Sharad Pawar has operated?
I think Sharad Pawar always operates since last 40-50 years. Because he's being a national leader of the national party, the one he founded. He will not resign like this. Because Sharad Pawar himself always has that personal ambition to be relevant in the national politics. And if he resigns, then he's irrelevant. So, number one, that's one factor. Second, but more important factor is because Ajit Pawar was almost about to join BJP with 10-20 MLAs from NCP. Because as you know that Ajit Pawar is under kind of clutch of the ED and CID and those people because of his scam, some big scam, agricultural scam was there and still is going on. I mean that investigation is still going on for the last 10 years probably. And he always wanted, and his ambition is to be a chief minister. That's why, if you remember that a few years ago, 3-4 years ago, when the Shiv Sena kind of gone from the power, that time for overnight for at least 24 hours, Sharad Pawar become chief minister.
Ajit?
Yeah, deputy chief minister. Yeah. So that shows that, and he was saying openly that his ambition is to become a chief minister. And there are 10-12 other MLAs who are quote-unquote under ED and CID's, what do you call, government's investigation under scanner. So they all are, and they all were corrupt, so-called corrupt politicians wanted to join BJP in order to avoid all this investigation,
Okay, so let me interrupt you here, and what you are alluding to is actually the argument which is being raised again and again by opposition leaders.
No, it's not like that. Because this is a different story. Because then if why Sharad Pawar did what he did? Because then Sharad Pawar, because he knew that suppose there are 54 MLAs and out of 54, 20-30 defects along with the Ajit Pawar, then whole NCP party can destroy, just like Shiv Sena got destroyed, right? In a sense that real Shiv Sena becomes kind of sideline. So that he didn't want to do, because see, if NCP breaks, then majority of the remaining NCP will go to Congress. And then Sharad Pawar himself become irrelevant. So what he did is, of course, he said that he played very emotional card, and he knew that majority of the MLAs, they are loyal to him personally, because he is the one who brought everybody up, right? So that's why he did this thing. That was second reason. And third reason, I think after him, he wants to kind of establish a successor of him, not now but in future. On that he likes either Supriya Sule, his daughter, or Rohit Pawar. Rohit Pawar is another nephew of the Sharad Pawar, because he thinks that Rohit Pawar has a very clean person and has a lot of political acumen to run the party. So these are the three reasons, and he knew that most of the MLA will oppose it. Will say no, don't resign. And that time also Sharad Pawar, not Sharad Pawar, Ajit Pawar and Praful Patel got exposed because they say, okay, let him resign because he has spent too much time and all this thing. So
I would say that it is incredible that being away from India for such a long time and being here in New York, you have very minute and detailed understanding of Maharashtra's politics, and you rightly said the emotional card plays in a big way.
And then we knew that, so he didn't say I'm resigning completely 100%. He said that I'm planning to resign. So he gave a little room for himself. And then when everybody says no, except these two people, so because Praful Patel is also under big investigation because of his handling of the when he was aviation minister. So he knew that, and that's why that's why if you remember in that meeting, Shule, what's her name, Supriya Shule, didn't say anything because she also knew the whole plan. And so by doing that plan, I think because BJP is right now worried, Shinde government, because if any day Supreme Court verdict will come, and they think it most likely will come against Shinde, and they will disqualify Shinde and other 10, 12 initial defectors. And if they do that, whole government collapses because there is no majority there. Because Chief Minister has to resign. And if Chief Minister resigns, everybody else has to resign by law. So this is all real interrelated politics. And it may happen, may not happen.
Yeah.
But the fact that BJP, our party, was trying to woo the Ajit Pawar because they wanted to do these changes and dump the Shinde before even verdict comes and make a government. Because whoever has government will have upper hand in 24 election.
So this is a very, again, multi-layered analysis, and some of the points, some of you may agree or disagree. Like I think based on what so far I am following, I don't see that the verdict of Supreme Court coming against Shinde, but we will again see and wait and watch, and your experience is bigger than mine. But staying with the flow of emotions and moving our focus towards Karnataka, how do you see the pulse of voters? And by the time our viewers see this conversation, voters would have cast their votes in Karnataka on 10th
Well, I
May.
think personally I wish that BJP should win because Prime Minister Modi has his all charisma and magic, and he is a very masterful, or he has a mastery of changing the election overnight, kind of. And I think he did a maximum number of rally and road shows, and I think a lot of people came out to greet him and wish him well. So I personally think that, I personally wish that BJP should win. But if you listen to all the major polling surveys, including Sea Voter, which is supposed to be more pro BJP, they are also predicting Congress age. So we don't know. But it all depends upon how much JDS gets the seats. If JDS gets more than 25 seats, then it will be hung assembly, and in that hung assembly, BJP can make a government easily. Okay,
let me seek your input on 2-3 major issues which are not directly related to development. Though Prime Minister, of course, have recently also announced some projects in Karnataka, and one, you must have seen those visuals where you see endless sea of people greeting him, and you see a lot of flowers that were sprinkled, and people were comparing this scene with the way the throne of UK and that celebration with so much investment or money spent. And they were saying that here Prime Minister Narendra Modi is the king of art. Based on that particular visual, do you see that visual as any significant indication about
Well, I mean, of course, those visual has quite a bit impact on the election, because when you see so many people are coming out to meet the Prime Minister, see the Prime Minister, usually may turn into the voting members, to the BJP. So that's what we are hoping, that these last 2 weeks of Prime Minister campaign may change the result again, and may make this all the survey wrong. So let's see what happens. And it's a democracy, and we have seen in the past that all the survey becomes survey cannot be
Wrong.
right all the time, and it cannot be wrong all the time. So
Okay, so I'll seek your input on 2-3 quick references which came during the campaign. One, the use of poisonous snake term for Prime Minister by Congress President Kharge, and the way BJP responded, etc. Do you see these kind of things also have some role?
yeah, I mean, people don't like all these things. People, in general, they don't like all this dirty politics or dirty kind of, political zumla, because what happens is people wants to talk about their life, I mean, their economic situation, their job, their things. But I think in Karnataka, the two things happen, which, right or wrong, that 40% commission thing, it's kind of stick to the people's mind. And that can be advantageous to Congress, but at the same time, I think Narendra Prime Minister has tried to turn around that whole thing and say that look at our record of the last 8 years and the development of the infrastructures and development of the technical thing and so forth. So I think hopefully BJP will win.
Yeah. So again, 2 quick points. One, the reference of Bajrang Dal in Congress election manifesto saying that if they come to power, they are indicating that they will ban Bajrang Dal, and they equated that with People's Federation of India, which is already banned. That question, and another I will combine with the reference of the film The Kerala Story. Prime Minister Narendra Modi talked about it in a positive way, that how it is highlighting the potential threat to their national integrity. But Congress and many other opposition parties have opposed it, and actually West Bengal, Tamil Nadu, and one more state, Kerala, have actually banned. UP has made it tax-free. How do you see these issues also? Do they have something to do with Kerala?
Yeah, I think they do have impact on the general populations because it can. It's a kind of a double-edged sword kind of thing. It means that people, those who are creative people, those who are quote-unquote artists, they all believe that expression of the creativity and expression of the free speech and free thoughts, whether you agree or not, should be allowed. And this is what it is. And therefore, by banning the thing, it does not work. Because if you ban something, on the contrary, more people will see, because you are drawing the attention to that. If you don't ban, then probably half of the people won't see it, So that's why I think one should not ban it, and it definitely has impact on how people will vote.
So as we conclude, there are many issues, and I'll just mention that the former Prime Minister Imran Khan of Pakistan is behind bars. But maybe next time we'll talk more about Indo-US relationship and how the visit of Pakistani Foreign Minister has resulted into Indo-Pak ties, positive, negative, whichever way. But for now, looking at the time constraint, as we conclude, your final thoughts.
Well, dear friends, this is the time of the year when there is a harvest all over India, and farmers, they reap their hard work results. So I think it's a great time of the year, and and again, election is also hitting up in India. So those who are interested in the politics, I think this is a great kind of treat for the those who are news junkie, and those who are not news junkie, they also having good time by watching everything. And God bless America, God bless India, God bless Indian American, and goodbye till next week. I love you all. Thank you.